pulse electric field technology with you guys, and I noticed that Daisy put up there is a bee flying around my feet, but I noticed that Daisy put up a question on Facebook, and I've just left it to you guys to answer it and see if you can come up with the answer. But I've decided that I will step in now after a couple of days, and I'll explain it to you what essentially the electrical conductivity thing is that Daisy found a little bit confusing, and I think some others may have stated that as well. Now, electrical conductivity, just for those who are super curious, is basically it's a measurement of how an electric current can pass through something. The unit of measurement for electrical conductivity is Siemens per centimeter, so that's SIEMENS per centimeter. Alright, so the lower that value is, essentially it means that that product has got a better ability to have an electric charge pass through it. The higher that number is, it means that that product is more resistant to an electrical current passing through it. Now here is an example of some water, just plain old Mount Franklin water, 100% apparently pure Australian water. It probably does have some dissolved solids in it, but it'd be pretty minimal because it is also filtered. Now, the electrical conductivity for pure water, pure stuff, okay, pure water that has no dissolved solids in it is 30 microsiemens per centimeter. However, if you take this water and then you add some dissolved solids to it, or you go and get some water out of a well or out of a riverbed or something like that, it has got dissolved metals, it has got dissolved minerals in it, it has got dissolved salts in it, it may even have really fine particles of sand and things like that in there. So it has dissolved solids in it. Now water can go from having an electrical conductivity of only 30 microsiemens per centimeter all the way up to 2000 microsiemens per centimeter. So there you have it. The more solids in water, the higher its electrical conductivity value is, and the higher, basically, or all it's saying is it is becoming more resistant to an electrical charge passing through it. So here's another example. So I got water, pure water has an electrical conductivity of 30 microsiemens per centimeter. It is a liquid, easy to flow, okay? Got absolutely no nothing stopping it from moving around except for the casing that it is in. However, here I've got a little Sheldon a little mini Sheldon and he's not a bobblehead, his head doesn't actually move, but he is solid, he is rock hard. He's not like my bottle of liquid water that is easy to move, that has no structure, okay, that has got a very low electrical conductivity value, and therefore my water has got very low resistance, making it ideally suited for being treated with electricity. Sheldon, on the other hand, is a solid. You can hear that he's a solid, and Sheldon, being a solid, actually has a high electrical conductivity value. So things that have a higher electrical conductivity value, like a solid, like Sheldon, or a solid piece of meat, or a solid block of cheese, or basically any food that is a solid that you have to bite into and chew, has got a higher electrical conductivity value. The higher that value goes, the more resistant that product is to having an electrical current pass through it. So what does that mean? All it means is that in the case of solids, we're going to need a stronger electrical current, possibly for a longer period of time, and maybe even with lots and lots and lots of pulses. Now, whilst eventually that will kill off the microbes, if we passed a really strong electrical current through Sheldon lots and lots and lots of times, I won't have Sheldon anymore, but instead I'll probably have a completely fried, melted, dissolved mass of plastic that looks totally not like Sheldon, has been completely destroyed, plus it's also very energy inefficient to do that. So that is what electrical conductivity means, all right? A food that has a low resistance has a low electrical conductivity value, for example water, so it is more suitable for treatment with PEF, any sort of liquid product. But the more resistant that product is to an electrical charge, it will have a higher electrical conductivity. It has a higher resistance, a higher electrical conductivity value, like a solid, like Sheldon, making it inefficient for PEF treatment, because firstly, we'll use up too much electricity to do it, and we'll also completely degrade and destroy our product. So I hope that helps, hope that makes sense, and that you've got a clearer understanding of what the electrical resistance and electrical conductivity means, right? Really important factor.